So I'm doing this video so that you can see that this has been going on for a long time, brother. A long time. As you can see, I got Donna Summers, the R&B singer. She kind of blew up like in the 70s, 80s, and supposedly she's dead now. But as you can see, with all the pictures that I'm going to be popping up on him, that he wears a lot of wigs that cover up the brow bridge, as you can see. It's got the RuPaul drag look right there. It's got a mixture of a lot of different artists. It could look like Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, RuPaul, and you can see the big hands on this. So I wanted to pull up a lot of pictures of these transgenders that we grew up with, that all this time a lot of folks did not know that these were transgenders. I mean, the rabbit hole goes real deep, and that's what I'm going to title this video. How deep the rabbit hole goes. It goes back way, way back to if you look at videos of 1920s, 30s, a lot of artists in Hollywood and the music world were all transgender. I mean, you got to see that Donna Summers was a transgender, right? The shoulders, the chin, the man lips, the fake hair, the eyebrow bridge poking out. Do you see it? Fake breasts, the big hands. I remember one time I used to look at my mom's yearbook from school in college when she grew up, and they all look like this. They all look like drag. And then you'll see when I get further into the video. This is Evelyn Champagne King. I like a lot of her music that she did, but this is a man. Sometimes I call him she, but that slips out. Basically, these are all men that I'm showing you, transgenders, past and present. I want to go mainly back in the past so you can see all this time you didn't know that these were men that you were listening to. And a lot of people are in denial because they like the music. So they're going to defend them all the way to the end. They're going to defend Patti LaBelle, all of them. They're going to defend. My mom defends them, you know. But when you understand what Satan is capable of, it shouldn't be that hard to be convinced that this is a good chance and possibility that these are all men, right? Evelyn Champagne King broke down. As you can see, the fake hair into the scalp, the big shoulders. That is a man. That's it. When it was younger, just a boy with a wig and some makeup. Look at the huge, huge hands. You can't tell me that is not a man. Her hands are bigger than her face. Right? Bigger than his face. One eye symbolism possibly right there on the jacket or blouse. See how straight the back is? There's no buttocks, just flat, straight. I mean, look at that. You think that's a female? Look at the big chin. I mean, would y'all trust yourselves to be in a dark room with these people where you can't see each other? Would you always ask yourself, you think you could trust this thing in the dark? No way, brother. No way. These are sodomites, and they're very demonic. They'll do anything for money, okay? You see it? That's Evelyn Champagne King. Look at the big hands. Right? Who is this? Betsy Klein? Look at the big hands on this drag with the fake wig. Whoever knows that who this is, pop it up in the comments if you like. Now, Aretha Franklin, I can't be too sure if that was a man. A lot of the old pictures, or most recent ones, it looks like a man. But it's a possibility that that could have been a woman. I know a lot of truthers will be like, no, you must be blind on that one. Don't sleep on it. But if I was to take a bet, I would say, yeah, it is a man. Uh, Gladys Knight, Gladys Knight and the Pimps, or whatever their name was, Gladys Knight may not be a transgender. That may be a female. There's a good chance that it could be, but I'm not on here to say that all of them are transgender. I would say 90, 95%, or possibly all of them could be. But Gladys Knight may not be. I don't know who this person is, but that's a man right there. It's a transgender with the fake breasts. I think this is the Marvelettes. Those are all three men right there. I forget her name. She was this is a man right here. Look at the hands, okay? The hands are a big giveaway. There's that drag man right there again. Keeps popping up. But I'm showing you the older pictures to let you know that this goes back far. These are pictures like from the 60s and 70s. This person, I keep forgetting her name, but I seen her in a movie, and this is a straight up drag. But at the time when I was young, watching these movies, it never crossed my mind. And I'm sure it hasn't crossed the minds of a lot of folks out there that this female actress right here, I want to say Bette Miller. This is a man right here. That is a man right there. The square jawline, the fake hair, covering up the brow bridge, and the Adam's apple. You know, turtlenecks were made for transgenders. Did you know that? And chokes. A lot of transgenders, and they wear that to cover up the Adam's apple. So that's why they created that style. Diana Ross is a man. Aretha Franklin. I mean, man, you don't want to believe that these people are men. I mean, all the nice music that she came out with. I mean, I grew up on that. My mom would mop the floor and clean the house, listening to Aretha Franklin. You know, it's just mind-boggling. But I would say no. I don't think that Aretha Franklin is a man. Whoever that is, this is a ugly, skinny man. I don't know who she is, but she looks really scary. There's that person again. Not too sure who she is. It's a transgender. That's a little boy with a wig on. Can you see it? That's a man. See, I'm showing you these pictures of these celebrities in those days to let you know how far it went back. A lot of politicians' wives were transgenders. Mary Wells is a transgender. It's a boy. You see it? A lot of Photoshop in this picture right here. They do a lot of Photoshop and green screen effects. It's like when you look at these pictures of the past, you get disappointed. I mean, because they're continuing on to do it right now in the days that we're living in right now. They're continually pulling the same trick. And people are still asleep. Still asleep. Diana Ross and her crew are all men. See it? 3 men with wigs on. And you notice that the celebrities, they marry with each other. Very rarely will you see them marrying somebody off the streets. Like Jamie Foxx's wife is famous. Michael Jackson's wives were famous, except that one chick, I think that was just a psyop. Eddie Murphy's wives, all famous. They have to stay within the clique. Lena Horne was a man. She was supposed to have been so hot back in the day. Lena Horne was a straight up man. I think she did that movie Dorothy Dandridge. Dorothy was a man too. It's crazy that all these years, the people that we grew up around were all men. But they groom them. Hollywood isn't that. They groom them from a young age. And when you think about it, Hollywood is not that deep as far as population. I mean, we got over 7 billion people on this planet. How many people are in Hollywood? So it really doesn't behoove us to believe that every female could be a man. Because if you add them all up, we might, let's say 50,000. That's 50,000 actresses and actors in Hollywood. And that's including singers and celebrities. All right. And then let's throw another 50,000 for politicians' wives. And we're talking about people that are on TV, reporters, commercials. If you add it all up, let's even say 1 million entertainers that are out there to deceive us. That's not a lot of people when you compare it to 7 billion in this population on this whole world. So it's not that difficult to conceive that every actress could be a transgender. That's not hard to conceive. Why are you having a hard time believing? Okay? You need to ask yourself that. Lena Horne was a man. See it? As it got older, you could really see the man features coming out. You take off that makeup and that wig, it's just a man at the end of the day. The straight body, the big hands. You see it right there? Well, it's like beating a dead horse. No one is going to listen in these last days. And then suddenly the end is going to be upon us. And you have the opportunity to accept the truth and learn the truth and accept it and understand it. But you turn your back and you close your eyes when these pictures are coming up on you because you want to be in the matrix. You don't want to accept the cold truth that these are transgenders. Now, this one coming up next is, I believe, Diahann Carroll. She just recently died. And this is what my mother and I were talking about the other day. And I just straight told her that's a man. And, my mom, she sees it. She sees it, but she wants me to be very careful. But I speak with boldness. That's just the way I'm going to be. When I see it, I'm going to just call it out. Diahann Carroll was a man. Diahann Carroll was a man. You'll see, I don't know what's going on, but she gives off some really wicked looks. Oh yeah, she was deep in it. A lot of celebrity men were married to this dragoness being that you see right here. It really just makes me upset. They want you to be conditioned to think that this is what a female looks like. It does not look like this. I don't know what's up with the teeth and the eyes looking like that. Really demonic look. They can really pull it off when they get them really skinny like that. But yeah, we're going back in the day where you could see a lot of black and white pictures of them. And a lot of them were photoshopped as well. But I just wanted to take a few minutes to let you know that this was going on for a long time. A long time, brother. It's just a boy right there. This is P. Diddy and what is her name? Wow, I'm just drawing a blank, but they were a couple for a long time. It'll come to me. And look at the big hands. I wanted to bring this up because I want you to see that this singer is a man. I mean, that's really alarming. Look at those big hands. See it right here? Straight torso. I don't know why I can't think of her name. I should have wrote it down. But it's so hard for me to do a video. As you could probably hear my baby crying in the background. So it's hard for me to get all my information together. So I got to do everything on the fly. It's not A. Marie. It's not... What is this person's name? But look at this. If you can't see that this is a man, I don't know what to do for you. She was like a one-hit wonder. Gabrielle Union is a man, if you didn't know it. This is the actress from that movie Get Out. That's a man. That is a man. Can you see it? Allison. What is her name? Just Google it. You'll see that actress that played in that movie. The name. Allison Williams is a man. See the Adam's apple? This is a straight up transgender. They got a lot of Photoshop on here. But she did a interview on that show, The View or The Talk, with Eve, the rapper Eve, and you could really see it. They don't have the Photoshop, but a lot of them are now starting to put up those, that thing from Snapchat where you can change your face and all that. They started to actually put that on TV now, so as they could alter the features to make it look more feminine. And they can do that on a live broadcast as well. But you can't see that's a skinny white boy. I don't know what to do for you. Allison Williams from the movie Get Out. See it? Wow. Very strange. And this is Westbrook, the NBA basketball player. Just want to close it out with, look at this man's dress that he's wearing. He's got the stars on the collar and also on that skirt at the bottom. He's got the stars and diamonds down there. So this is what they're trying to do, is feminize men. But I want to show you in a brief video how far back this, or how deep the rabbit hole goes, y'all. So it's difficult having a conversation with your mother and your grandmother and your aunties that are older in age now. I would think that they would understand and be able to believe that this is very possible. So I don't know what's going on as we're coming up on 2020. I think they're going to take the veil off in 2020. That's just my insight on everything that I'm calculating. That very soon this system is going to come to an end, and I believe 2020 to be their year. They're going to just pull the veil off. Also, that show, what is it called? Where they're wearing those masks and they're the masked dancer or singer. That's an Illuminati ritual, and they're getting us used to watching entertainers in these masks. I mean, not just on their face, but the whole body is demonic. Okay? That's a demonic show, and they're just trying to get you used to it, because that's what they do behind closed doors when they're entertaining. They all dress up in those costumes like that, but they're much more demonic costumes than the ones they're gonna bring those out later. They got a few of them on there already. One of them looks like a skeleton and that weird looking bird. Y'all think y'all ain't seen that? You seen it all? Wait till 2020 pop off. There's going to be a lot of casualties in that year too. Be careful about what you're eating and the medications, the flu shots. I did a video on that because they're looking to depopulate. Okay? All right, I'm out. This is Jay Chi-Town. Catch me on the next video.